Hello to anyone who may be listening. Welcome back to Chattery Included. I am your host, Bansha, and this week we have a little something different with our speed paint that's going on. I regret to inform you that I did not turn on OBS. I pulled OBS up and thought I had hit record for the very beginning, where I doodle out the pose and whatnot. But when I went to pause to go get myself a drink, I realized I had never started recording to start with. So that's why there's a little unhappy face at the beginning and why we missed that step, unfortunately. But in the time-lapse version that will go on TikTok and maybe Shorts, Reels is Facebook. YouTube Shorts, yeah. The thing that'll go on Shorts and TikTok will have that portion in it. If you are interested, I very much doubt you are. This week, we are looking at a little bad self-portrait. I say bad because it looks better than I do, but isn't that the vibe when it comes to drawing yourself? But a bad self-portrait to the tune of Ash Nico's Worms, because yes, again, I decided I was going to put one song on loop for 3 hours and draw what came to mind. The only downside to doing that is my brain doesn't work in all the steps to create the picture in my head before it goes on the canvas. So I ran into the problem, you'll see later in the video, of being done with the foreground and having no background and no idea for the background. So I think I may have tried to do something fiery. I may not have. But the one in this video, the background that is presented, is not the one I settled with. I do have the background I settled with at the end, you will see. But I did not record the process of getting to that second background. I didn't see a point in making this video longer than it needed to be just to see me putting different colors on the background. Because when you do that in the extreme sped up version, which will be on TikTok, you get something very similar to the Porygon episode of Pokemon. Very quick, flashing, rapid color. Not good for all the people, and I don't want to accidentally give anyone a seizure. So that is why I didn't bother recording that. But also, since I don't work in the process of the entire picture in my brain, I have to kind of brainstorm backgrounds as I go. I just kind of spent 3 hours working on this and then didn't care enough to put effort into a background. So it got some blue and some blobs. But since I did do a more self-portrait styled thing, I did see it more fitting to put something that I liked and that I thought would represent kind of me into the background once I actually thought back to it the next day. You may notice a lot of green. I think initially my idea was zombies, because zombies and worms go together like cookies and milk. However, then it became self-portrait time, and I was still doing green, and my favorite color is green, so I'm just gonna say that's why that happened. I will say I'm actually really happy with how this turned out in the foreground. Background, not so much. Really should have put more thought into that. Foreground, however, I really enjoy how it turned out because I took essentially a month off of drawing for Nano. So this was the first thing I drew in an entire month, basically. And it didn't turn out half bad. So I'm calling that a win, personally. I will say, looking at it, actually, I could just claim Grinch because the green with the yellow eyes, and then you'll see how the eyebrows get done. I did not put effort into those eyebrows, by the way. You will see and you will know. I didn't care about them enough to give them the time of day. So, maybe I'm just gonna claim Grinch. I don't know what else I would do festively for the December month, the holiday season. There are lots of things I could say. Just know that I think I was initially going with zombie and didn't continue through with that for some reason. When you draw at odd hours because you don't have time to during the day, so you're up at 2 a.m, kind of sketching away, just getting started, your brain starts to do some wild stuff, especially if you really didn't sleep well the night before. And I do know logistically I should be sleeping. However, if I want time to do anything I enjoy, I have to do it at the hours that nobody is going to bother me, which usually means between the hours of midnight and 5 a.m. I was very tired doing this, but even then I'm still pleased with how it turned out, you know? I will say, I really enjoy this process of doing hair, as opposed to the old give it an outline, fill it in, and add detail. I enjoyed this because it just had a sketch and then a blob of color and then just alpha lock, put whatever I want on top of it. Lots of fun. Will probably be doing in the future a lot more. And I do think I want to play with this style a little more in the future. This was so relaxing, very fun, a lot less stressful than having to do line art to give it this more painterly approach. Yeah, I think I want to play with this style a little more in the future. Yeah, I'm really feeling Grinch now that I'm looking at it, especially the hair. Oh man. Shout out to anyone that can recognize this t-shirt, very comfy. That is the hash slinging slasher from SpongeBob. No, I'm not ashamed. It is one of my favorite shirts. Got it in October. Very good quality. But no, I was not going to spend my entire night trying to figure out the logistics of this shirt, so that's why there's some mistakes on it. One thing that I did not expect going into this piece. Okay, so like when I went in, I chose my song, Worms, and then this was the first thing to pop into my brain, so this is what I went with. But at no point during the entire sketching process, during the entire whatever this process is of blending colors, did I think my favorite part of this piece was going to be the worm. I guess I need to draw worms more often, because it was really fun, really simple, made me feel good about my, like, artistic ability or whatever. So, yeah, I really enjoy how the worm turned out. You'll see it. You'll know. Maybe I need to draw more things that aren't people. You know, that tends to be all I do. I think I want to draw a jellyfish. Not right now, of course, but I think I want to draw a jellyfish. I think I want to do some more studies drawing things that aren't people, because I've been, like, solely drawing people my entire life. People and, like, some Pokemon or cartoon characters that aren't humans, but, like, maybe I'll do a couple studies and post them of drawing, like, still lives or just random objects. Maybe focus less on presenting finished pieces. I don't know. I also, my brain doesn't work in that mindset of you can put something down and come back to it later. My brain works in you finish it now or it's never going to get done. Yeah, I gotta work on that, but as of right now, I don't have the time to, like, work on something by putting it down and coming back to it the next day. I will lose mojo, I will lose hours of sleep. But this being the first thing that I drew coming out of, like, a month of not drawing, I'm actually really pleased with it. And I'm also really excited, really looking forward to the new year, because I really want to do a draw this again. But the thing is, I've drawn this thing before. I use it every couple of years or so, often as kind of like a progress check. And so I did the first one in, like, 2017, and then I did, like, I think 2 in 2020 or 2019, and then I did one for 2023. And I usually look at it to see, like, oh yes, I've progressed here and here. However, this year I've been excited for, like, the past 2 months to redraw it, even though I drew it back in February. Because I've seen some progress in some of my abilities from January to December. So in early January of 2024, look forward to that particular piece. I was super excited with how it turned out earlier this year, and I am so excited. Like, I liked it so much that it became my computer background for the entire year. And I'm just really excited to give it some love again. The downside of the new year coming up is that I am struggling to think of a New Year's resolution. I try to do one every year. It's like a fun little year-long challenge to keep me from going crazy. But last year's resolution was to just draw one thing per month. I'm so happy to say that I've succeeded thus far, because I have not drawn anything for December. I drew this particular piece on the 27th or 28th of November, but if I can draw one thing in the month of December, that means I will have completed my goal, my New Year's resolution for 2023, of drawing one picture per month. I also had, like, a micro goal to, like, draw one, like, if I could do a backup picture, make it a dude, because I'm not as well versed at drawing masculine figures or masculine presenting characters or faces. I wanted to work on that. I did not do so as much as I would have hoped. But I would like to say that I have improved in at least lighting, if nothing else. I've learned tons of little tips and tricks this year to help me produce the things I want to produce faster. Do I wish they were better? Yeah, what hobbyist doesn't wish they were at, like, professional level? But I do see a lot of improvement, and I'm excited to continue that improvement into 2024. That being said, I don't know if I want to focus on drawing more things with backgrounds to get backgrounds better, or to focus on scenery so that I'm putting characters into scenes as opposed to like having them weirdly juxtapose. Or if I want to work on anatomy, because well, let's be honest, that anatomy needs some work. Or do I want to work on stylistic choices, which I think I did this year. I think that was helpful for this year. Yeah, I don't know, like, should I be looking into more, like, trying to understand bounce light, because I don't know what the hell that means. I think next year I'm going to keep the resolution of drawing one thing per month. I think that did really good things for me. But I also want to add to it, you know? So if you have any suggestions on where a hobbyist sort of beginner could start, I would love to read them in the comments below. Yes, I just tongue-clicked and finger-gunsed to someone that can't see it. Potentially an audience that can't see it. You'll have to use your imaginations. But I think that's going to do it for today. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment, or subscribe to check out more like this one from our channel. And I am super happy that you listened to me ramble yet again. I hope everyone has a wonderful holiday season and just honestly a good rest of your day. You deserve it. I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye!